Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Elaine and I am a homeschooling mom to 4 different grade levels. Today I wanted to share this reading program with you. I've been using it for a while now and I just want to, disclosure, I'm not affiliated with them. I bought this on my own just to try it out, and it's really worked for me. In fact, this is actually my second book, because the first book I had, I gave it to a friend because she has a son that has that needs speech therapy, and she wound up asking me what I did to teach my daughter how to read, and I handed her a book, a book like this. And I ordered another one for myself. I've used it for my now 2nd grader, and I am currently using it for my my son that's in kindergarten, and also my preschooler who's going to be 4 in a few months. So I just want to say I really love this book. My 2nd grader started using it when she was about almost 5, and we got halfway through it. I stopped, and so and that actually helped a lot because she was struggling like in the middle of the book. And so anyways, when like maybe a month before school started for kindergarten, we went back to the beginning, and it was easy for her, or she said it was easy, so that gave her a lot of confidence. And as we were going through it, we wound up going through the whole book without struggling, because I think that starting over gave her a lot of confidence and made her think that it was easy, and so she really enjoys reading. And now I'm using it for my son that's now in kindergarten, and he is at the lesson 16 right here. So, but I think when I'm done with it, I'm gonna do it over and have him read again, so he can have a little more confidence, just like his sister did. And I also using it for my my preschooler, and right now she's still doing the first lesson. So anyway, I just wanted to do a flip through with you. Maybe you might want to consider, in case you're looking for something that can help you teach your children how to read, which is, I think I really, really enjoyed this book, and I do recommend it. So as you can see, it's gone through a lot. I take it with me everywhere we go, in case there was a moment that my kindergarten wants to sit next to me, and I'll pull this out and he'll read it with me. So anyway, so this book has a few directions on how to give the lessons right here. So just because it says 20 easy lessons, it doesn't mean you're going to finish in 20 days. It might recommend you to read just 1 page at a time, depending on the age of your child. So anyway, so lesson 1, it's going to concentrate on the k, a, s, a, t sound. Lesson 2 is going to add the m, the sound, and so on and so forth. And like over here, it has the long e's, and the so, and the long a, and of course your blends. And then this is also the I. So this page just tells you what's going to be covered in each chapter or in each lesson, what the focus will be. So it says, we suggest that you go through the alphabet on the next 2 pages a few times with your child. Use the reference word as a guide in how to say the sounds of the letters. So So just like this, you can't just do the first 2 pages on one day. They want you to practice with your child on the sounds that they're going to be using. So on this page, it gives you 3 A's because there's 3 different ways of sounding out the A. And over here it has your short vowel E and long vowel E, short vowel I, long vowel I. And then it also has your G for girl and J for gem, because it has 2, it makes 2 different sounds. And your short O, long O, your short U, long U, and then you have your 2 different ways to pronounce the Y. So for lesson 1, it's going to give you these letters to practice on, and you're going to be using these letters for lesson 1. And then it explains to, you have to explain to your child that this is a letter, and this is a word, and this is a sentence with a period at the end. So it's going to have a reminder. You're going to tell your child this is the name of this letter is C. It makes it sound K, as in cat. So it has a few prompts. So like if your child says K here for cat, and then over here they don't know how to say it, you can go back over here and just point K for cat. So, and then when they come back over here and they can't pronounce it again, then you just point, just to remind them what letter it's going to sound like. So here's lesson 1. Lesson 1 has, I believe, 20 pages. Just have 20 pages, and this one you can photocopy it and have them practice how to write the letters. So lesson 2 is going to focus on M, D, and R, and then just like chapter 1 or lesson 1, you're going to tell them the letter of the name and the sound it makes, and it has that little picture that will remind them what this and this and this will sound like. But so if they forget, you can just point and go, oh, for monkey. And then you have your K, A, T for cat. And this is what's really nice about this, that it actually gives you context clues. Your child will be able to read a sentence, a 2-word sentence. So Tom, if they've forgotten how to read it with these practices, they can just look at the picture, or you can point out, hey, how does this person feel? And then it'll just come automatic. Oh, they're sad. It starts with an S. So context has little context clues. And then chapter 3 or lesson 3 is you have your G, E, and TH, and it's so as you can see, the sentences get longer and longer, and they will be able to read. So lesson 4, you have your N, I, and F. See more context clues. more context clues for these sentences. Okay. Lesson 5 has the b, and h sound. And then you also have these. So you have your D and your B. And they usually get these confused. Like, until now, my kindergartner is in, lesson 16, and he still gets them confused. So what I usually do is, if he's reading and he says B, I won't move my pencil. And when he notices that I'm not moving to the next letter, he will know. He actually knows that, oh, I said the wrong letter, and he'll say D. When I'm teaching my son, he has a problem, or he's confused if this is the D and this is the B, or if it's a B and this is the D. So what I do is, like, when he is pronouncing the letters wrong, I won't move my pencil. So if he says D, I won't move. So when he sees that I'm not moving to the next letter, he knows that, oh, that's not a D, that's a B. Okay, so he'll actually correct himself and say B. And then if he pronounces this incorrectly, if he says E instead of E, I won't move. So, and if he notices that I'm not moving and I'm doing this, it means, oh, it's a short E. So it's B, E, D. So, it's up to you if you want to explain to your child that, okay, if I don't move my pencil, it means you have to say the other letter, or you have to say the long vowel or the short vowel. So just give them like little prompts if they do make a mistake, or we can just say, okay, let's go back over here. You said this one correctly before. Do you remember what that sounds? And then they'll usually be able to correct themselves. If they don't, then go ahead and say B, so they can get back on track, because you don't want them to get frustrated. So for lesson 6, it's going to introduce the long E sound for eagle. So E for eagle, U for lion, and P for penguin. So in this lesson, once again, it's a long E sound. So it's for them to not be confused if it's a short E or a long E. They're going to be marked with these little hats. So you have your E, and then your E. Okay, so, and then EA is pronounced E, because when two vowels go walking together, one says its name and the other one stays silent. So here's the little hat here. It's reminding him, oh, that's a long E sound. It's not a short E sound. So if he sees two of these, he knows just to pronounce one, which is E, E. So here are some samples. That's E, S, E, D. So once again, they're just, the sentences are getting longer, and this is just lesson 6. And he does know how to read this. So now we're in chapter 7, and you have your blends for sh, and then you have your w for warm, and then the second way to pronounce the A sound, which is for ball, or all, or tall. So it's not an A and it's not an A, it's an for ball. So, and the sign for this is just a circle on the top. So like there it is. So that's going to be, it's going to sound that it's going to make as as in ball, not for alligator. It's a different sound. It says here, the letter A also makes the sound as in ball. So it sounds like a short O. This lesson will introduce the long I sound and the ST blends. There's your I with a dot, and your capital I by itself is a long I. So you have your long I because it's by itself and it's capitalized, so it's, and then there's your long I and your short I. This is the short I, so you have your pin and then your long I. So as you can see, it's saying this is a long I and a silent E. That's why it's not underlined. And you have your matching words. Which one says lion? So I say, what is this? It's a lion. Which word says lion? And they would have to, I have him with his finger just line up the picture with the word. So for this lesson, it's going to concentrate on K for kangaroo and R for car. And it also introduces a sight word, which is you. So you're not gonna have your child or sound it out. You just tell them, they just have to know this says you. Sentences are getting longer, so they're almost 2 lines. So usually we read from left to right, left to right, left to right. But sometimes, like in this case, it'll tell you to start from the top all the way down because these are going to have the same sounds at the end. Okay, and then once again, here's your matching one. Have them read it and look for the matching word here, so that actually teaches them spelling. And then your 10, all of these combinations are gonna sound like So it doesn't matter if it's ER, it's IR, it's and UR, it's So all makes the same sound as in bird. This is your sight word, so just say it out loud, don't make them sound it out. There's your B. Just a little reminder so they don't get mixed up with D. Then you have your Y for yell and U for moon. There's your Y for yell, U for moon, and these are sight words. So just say do as if it has 2 O's and 2. And here's your long A for acorn, and then your WH blend is being introduced. So again, the little party hat is a long A, and a long A as in day. And mane or tail, the long A. Magic E's, so you have long A, silent E, long A, silent E, long A, silent E. So for lesson 13, it says, lesson 13 introduces the second sound of letter O and the letter combinations O and O. So you have this O is for like boat, and this OW is for bow. So you have your boat, and then you have your bow, like the hair bow. So here's the long O sound, long O, and long O. Long A, long O, long O, long O, long A, long A, long A, long E, long A, and long A. And then here's your CH blend for chicken and your J for Jack in the Box. So these marks will tell you that they want you to say U instead of So here's and there's U with 2 dots. So for this lesson, lesson 15, focuses on the letter V and the letter Y, but instead of saying Y, you're going to say it as E, like as in happy. So you have your X and your Z, and that's what it's going to focus on. You still have your blended words. Long O, long A, long O sound. Okay, this is where my son left off, and this is what he's going to be reading tomorrow. So for lesson 16, the sentences are getting longer, and this one is even in a letter form. So, and lesson 16 also integrates the numbers. So you have one fox, and you're going to have to find and have him point finger with his finger and do that. Same game, fox, alligator. Okay, in lesson 17, they're going to focus on the QU, and you have your ing. So anything with ing, you're going to say ing at the end. And also very important, sight word, who. So now they're introducing like paragraphs. Like 4 to 5 sentences can make a paragraph. Once again, word family. Poetry. So in lesson 18, it's going to focus on the OU sound that's pronounced ow. And then you have your sound. So for lesson 19, it's going to introduce the IGH, which is long I, like in light. And then you also have the I sound for new, like I sound for new or few. So there's your long I sound and the I sound, ew, new, few, grew. So this one you can just photocopy and have them color what color it wants you to color. Right here. So you have brown, yellow, white, green, yellow, white, blue, green, purple, blue, red, and then gray with yellow dots. So you can just print that out, photocopy it, and have your child color it if he wants to. And Again, it's just family words: could, would, should. New, few, high, night, might. So that's the sound right here. So now the C is also pronounced in two different ways. You have your K for cat, and then you have your S for scent. So K for cat and S for sense. Then you have your J for gem instead of G, girl. So this is J, gem. And it introduces the PH letter combination. It's a longer paragraph. And that's it. In the end of the book, it actually gives you a website you can go to see what other types of books they have that can help you teach your child. Here you go. I'm really pleased with it. Like I said, this is my second one, so hopefully you'll try it out if you have a struggling reader at home. I just want to say thank you so much for spending your time with us, and hopefully we see you again. And if you haven't already done so, please support our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Have a great day, and see you next time.